Horrible, but thanks for asking. What about yourself? Hoping more people join this week than they did last week, because it's taken a lot out of me to actually be on here today. I already missed yesterday. I guess I should just run. Let me see. Excuse me. Yup, sure is. 6 days. I don't know how to feel about it still. Still completely unsure. Well, I guess I figured that I'd have more people in here, seeing how I missed yesterday. Seems like everybody's busy. Maybe. I'll be on for a bit, long as I can tolerate myself to do it. Eventually people pop in though. I've only been live for a minute, so it doesn't even matter right now. I'll just start hatching eggs. Tempting to get a green Stantler, maybe it'll match the background. As far as what's new with me, nothing good. My grandma passed away yesterday. Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm only on here to try to distract me from it. Yesterday I couldn't do it. Come to find out that my grandma had no life insurance, so now we gotta scrape up all the money cash wise to be able to pay for everything that she needs. So I'm gonna start trying to raise money for her on my streams. Oops, wrong one. Alright. 1 second. Everybody make sure that you have your updates. Because I forgot to update mine. 1 second. just so you're aware, I am in the middle of hatching, obviously, so I will jump in there right after this is done. Also, so you guys are aware, I'm also doing a bonus shiny for anybody that actually subscribes to my Twitch channel right now, just so you're aware. How's it going? It's not showing, it showed me in my chat, but it's not showing me here who that is that said hello, which is weird. I got a hello in my chat on my stream, but no hello in my actual chat. There's nothing here. That's weird. I mean, it might be YouTube. YouTube's finicky like that sometimes.
How's it going, everybody? Anybody else that's wanting to grab that while I'm in here? Thanks for the like, Gustavo. I appreciate it. How's it going? I can understand. I really can. I'm in Michigan, so I'm not very far away from you, so we've got almost the same exact temperatures around here. You are so random, 3BRP. So random. You're welcome. Yes, I'm using Pony to actually hatch them faster. Ponyta can also have Flame Body, which can hatch eggs faster. Magby usually has Flame Body or Magma Armor. Fine, walk away, Alex. I thought that you wanted that Swampert from last week. Yeah, I have a few spares. Thought I already gave you one, but yeah. Thank you, I appreciate it. Not much, to be honest. Waiting for more people to join. Yeah, good luck with that, bro. Nice. Yeah, that doesn't happen. You're not missing anything. Darkrai hasn't been dropped in the game. Darkrai and Shaman aren't in the game yet. So you're not missing anything. And I'm reading up on patch notes right now for Pokemon Arceus, and I'm getting more and more mad at it. It just hasn't been added to the game yet. Like, far as Darkrai and Shaman, they haven't been added yet. And I'm really upset to know that this Arceus is going to be like a Pokemon game that's never been made before. Usually it's a good thing. But this time it's going to be a bad thing because they're removing so many features that a lot of people actually enjoy. Like, you took breeding out, you took held items out, you took abilities away. So, you took all of this stuff. Yeah, you can't even shiny hunt anymore. Like, all those creators like me that do shiny hunting videos, we can't shiny hunt in that game because they removed it. That's just wild. How's everybody doing? I read online that they are going to introduce Pokemon Home into the game, but they're not doing it until Arceus drops. And it might not even be until a week or two or a month or two after that. Because what they're doing is they want people to be able to trade the stuff from this game over to Arceus, which is just insane. Because if that's the case, that means I can do giveaways for Pokemon on here, and they can be transferred to over there. But it's only going to be select Pokemon because they made it to where the dex is super small. Like super, super small. Last time I checked, the dex for that game is going to be 357. 357 seems like a big number, but it's not. Not when this game has got 490. And Pokemon Shield and Sword, which was the games that came out before this, that game had over 800. Like, why are you going less? And I also heard that there's only going to be 23 new Pokemon in this new game. Everything else has been recycled. Because they're not listening to fans, they're listening to their devs, is what they're doing. They want to make an open world Pokemon game, then they should have made it like Shield and Sword. They could have literally called it Shield and Sword Part 2, and people would have bought the crap out of it. Like, why are you going to come out with Legends of Arceus and then take away everything everybody likes? You take away everything that everybody likes, then you're just kind of going to have a flopped game. Because I promise you, if I get that game and that game don't measure up to what I like, it will be the first Pokemon game I've ever sold. I've never sold my other title, Pokemon game, ever. there are going to be a lot of people that are hyped about this game, and I know because people will come into my chat all the time and talk about Arceus. Am I going to get it? Am I going to get it? Yeah, I already did. I pre-ordered it a while ago. It's going to get delivered the day it drops, but my problem is, did I just waste my money? Because I'm literally a shiny hunter. If I can't shiny hunt, the game is useless to me. And every other content creator that hunt for shinies, like, how are you going to legitimately come out with a Pokemon game that doesn't allow us to do the one thing we've been doing for years? Like, we enjoy shiny hunting. It's a thrill. It's fun. Something to look forward to for your end game. And that and breeding allows you to be able to... Breeding allows you to be able to breed for the perfect Pokemon for your team to take up against the Elite Four in mid-game. So that way you can have a chance to recycle your Pokemon, re-raise them, re-get them all the moves that you want them to have, even pass down egg moves, so that way the Elite Four is less of a challenge so you can actually sweep them. They're taking all that away, and my biggest problem is that if you're legitimately going to flat out, no holds bars, take away breeding, and then you're going to turn around and you're going to take away the ability to have Pokemon hold items, and then you're going to take away abilities from Pokemon, what are you giving us to make that trade on everything? Oh yeah, and then a patch note that I seen said that apparently in-game currency, you have to spend it to actually trade with people at the trading post. So now you're going to charge us to trade with our friends. I'm completely disagreeing with this game. If this game is as bad as I think it's going to be, I'm either going to sell it to the local disc traders that buys these games from people, or I'm going to literally see if Amazon will literally take a return on it. I'm dead serious. I'm so disappointed in this new game, and I was so hyped for it. And the closer it gets to the reveal date, the more patches are being revealed out of the game, and I'm just not happy. I'm not happy, Bob. Not happy. I can't stand it. It's ridiculous. You're removing everything everybody likes out of the game. I mean, I get some casual players, they don't really care about that stuff, but they don't know that taking away the ability from Pokemon is going to make that game a lot harder. Because almost every single Pokemon, no, I will literally say it, every single Pokemon ever made has got abilities and hidden abilities. Every single one of them. And you're taking away all of them. So I'm guessing that's probably why they wouldn't put certain water types and rock types in that game, because what happens if, what is it, Krogunk, he can no longer have, what is it called, dry skin? Is that what it's called? I think it's called dry skin. Which means Krogunk will no longer be immune to water moves. Because it used to be he'd always have that stock ability that everybody wanted to have, and it was always common to get. Pretty sure it's called dry skin. He's a rock type Pokemon, so when he gets hit with water, it'll crit him. But if you have dry skin, he just absorbs the water. It doesn't work. Doesn't have an effect. Okay, so that ability won't exist anymore. Lightning Rod won't exist anymore for you to actually be able to divert electric moves to when you're in a double battle. You can't have Lightning Rod anymore. It's completely insane that they're going to take all those things away that they've been building up on for the last God knows how long, since I was a kid. They came out with the first Pokemon game back when I was like 6 years old. Something like that. It's probably earlier than that, but when I got it, I was young. But you're talking about over 25 years of video games that you came out with the same thing over and over again. People eat it up. They love it. and you're going to completely throw all that out the window just to make yourself feel special? You cannot change Pokemon too much, because as soon as you change it too much, it's no longer Pokemon. You explain to me how Pokemon doesn't allow you to breed, doesn't allow you to hold items, even though that's one of the biggest tactics for most pro players, is they have held items when they battle their Mon. They use leftovers, they use, God, there's another high one, too, that they use. They have some of them wearing, what's that scarf again, Al, that, where it won't let you get one hit? Yeah, the focus sash. They'll use the focus sash to avoid their Pokemon being nailed out, so if they get hit too quick, they can still be able to have the chance to return their Mon. Like, you can no longer use focus sash, you can no longer use any of those things. And if you can't have your Pokemon hold certain things, that means you can't have them hold Oran berries, citrus berries, none of those anymore, to help them clean their own status effects while in the game. So you're literally making it to where these Pokemon are completely reliant on their trainers 100%, because I'm sure there'll be berries in the game, but what you'll have to do is you'll have to use a turn for it. You'll have to use a turn for it. You'll have to basically go into your... If you get paralyzed, you'd have to go in and get the berry and use it. Most people that I know literally are just like you, Gustavo. Most of us just breed all the time. Hundreds of hours into the game, and it's all breeding and Pokeradar hunting. Because why? It's a thrill. It's fun. It brings joy. And then, so now it's going to make it impossible for me to even do giveaways on that game, because I thought that, for one, they would never ever remove breeding. Because they've had breeding in every single Pokemon game except Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu, and Eevee. They took breeding out of that game, which irritated my soul about them taking it out of that game. But that's okay, because it was a Pokemon Go rehash type of thing, so it made somewhat sense that the reason why they didn't have breeding is because it was a Pokemon Go-esque game. But the more I'm reading about Arceus, it's seeming like it's just going to be a massive flop, because the only thing that it's going to allow you to do is you're going to be able to run around like in Shield and Sword, see wild Pokemon running around on the ground. And apparently you could see them if they're shiny, because there will be live shiny hunts on the game. Which another thing is too, you're going to make shinies basically worthless doing this, because you're only going to allow people to get shinies as an event in the game, which means you'll have a mission and it'll say, alright, because I already read one of the dev reports, and it said that there's a mission in the game that says, over on Mysterious or Mischievous Mountain or something like that, you need to find a blue flamed Ponyta and bring it to me and show it to me. Okay, so hang on, wait a minute here. You're giving us challenges to acquire shinies. You do realize that shinies are supposed to be rare? They're supposed to be hard to get. You don't just give them to people. You just don't. Now, granted, they've done giveaways in the past where they've gave away a few shinies in the past. That's fine. But those are exclusives, and they say that with the ribbons that are on them. I'm just not understanding why they're doing what they're doing and why they're doing it, because it's not making any sense to me. Because in all reality, there's no reason at all that there should be any situation that involves them revoking everything that's made these games the way they are. No way. I don't know why they think that, basically they think since they're making it an RPG type of game. They basically are making it like a straight up RPG game that you can catch monsters and battle them. My problem is also knowing how difficult it's going to be to catch Pokemon. Because I've watched a lot of gameplay over the last week, and the way I'm looking at it is, you literally have to have great aim. I mean, it's like you're basically... I mean, that's a good like look at it right there, Gustavo. Basically, you're looking at it as the way I would. It's like Breath of the Wild meets Pokemon. And that's fine. It's a great idea, but don't take everything else away. Keep those features, add new features. You're supposed to add new, not take away old. I can understand if it's broken. But what it is, I think it is that they want control over their shinies. They want control over how many of each Pokemon are available to people, which is insane, because breeding has been around since... God. Old. Long time. Game Boy Advance days. Breeding has been around since then. Yeah, I know it's gold and silver. Like I said, Game Boy Advance days. Because Gold and Silver was released on the what? Was it Game Boy Color? Oh wait, because yeah, Soul Silver and Heart Gold were the remakes. Yeah, you're right. But they've been around so long that you're just going to take breeding out like it's a foundational step. Because before Silver and Gold, because there was a third one too, wasn't it? It was Crystal, yeah. Yeah, was their third, because there's always a third usually. They haven't done that in a few years to have a third, which is weird. I kind of honestly want to know that too. Like, why are you only coming out with 2? You used to come out with 3. Yeah, the last one they did do was Platinum. They haven't been doing it for years. It's just insane. Yeah, they've just been sequeling each one. It's crazy. Sword and Shield, they came out with flat, and I thought for sure, even though they came out with the DLCs, there would be some type of continuance, because that story ends. What do you mean? Sword and Shield almost had every Pokemon in it. I really wish that they would have done a national dex and allowed you to have every gen in that game. They could have done like I said, they could have done a Shield and Sword Ultra and Omega or something. Something like that. Like, why did you go into the point where you're basically going to remake a game? Because what it is Legends of Arceus sounds like it's a rehash of these. Because it's going to be based all off of these. Because if you're going to make it to where, because they said online in the patch notes, they're making it to where Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl can trade into that game. Now, if you're making those trade into each other, that sounds like they're similar.
Yeah, it sounds like it's the Go version of...
Yeah. It sounds like it's Pokemon Go's version of Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. I'm sorry, I'm one of those haters on Pokemon Go. I think that game is trash. It's not real Pokemon. I'm sorry, you have to battle a Pokemon to catch it. Even in the Safari Zone, you had to throw a rock at it. Like, you had to throw a rock at a Pokemon, and hopefully you got them to where they were mad enough that they wouldn't really fight and they'd stay in the ball. I remember hours and hours and hours and hours that I've spent trying to catch a Kangaskhan back in the day. Spending multiple amounts of money to try to be able to go into that Safari Zone, travel all the way to the back left-hand section, get a Kangaskhan into my Pokeball and let it keep it there, because you can't Ultra Ball it, you can't do nothing, you are stuck with Safari Balls. You had to throw rocks at them, and it never really worked. Did I finally get my Kangaskhan? Yeah, after like 70 attempts. It was never just easy as walk down the street, throw a Pokeball, oh, it's mine now. And then when you run, and another thing is when you run too, like when you run with Pokemon Go, yeah, it registers your steps. Cool, it'll make you want to exercise. I can understand the appeal, but don't act like that's a regular Pokemon game, because it's not. Did it get a lot of people that wanted to actually start playing Pokemon again? Yes. Yes, it did. It got a lot of people back into Pokemon, which is awesome. But I never left. What about the die-hard Pokemon players that have been playing for years and never stopped? What about those guys? We've been with you guys the whole time. Stop trying to appeal to new people when you've got your original fan base to appease. Because I have no idea, as a content creator and a streamer, I have no idea what I'm going to stream on this game after I beat the game. Because I'll play it, and if I like it enough, I'll beat it to the end. But what happens after you hit endgame? There's nothing left. The game is done. Now, it might be an open world game. That's fine. But you can't make it too open to the point where it's difficult to find everything. So it's going to be so difficult for you to actually play it and beat through it all, only because it's going to remove a lot of stuff. Like, a lot of people don't realize that hidden abilities do a lot. They really do. Like, everybody loves the hidden ability giveaway Pokemon that we do. Like Garchomp having rough skin, whatever hits him hurts them. That's gone. All those gone. I'm sorry. No, that's not okay. It's been over 10 years ago that they introduced abilities. Yeah, it was 10 years ago, though. A decade ago, you introduced hidden abilities just for a decade later to remove them.
You'd be like, here's a game without all the fun features.
Here's a game where you can't breed, so you can't have perfects. Oh yeah, and here's a game that you can trade, but you have to pay in-game currency to actually trade. Oh, here's a game where you can get perfect IV Pokemon, but the only way you're doing is you gotta feed them candy. That is completely askewed. None of that is okay with me. Not even a little bit. What it sounds like to me is a giant joke, is what it sounds to me. This game, it will end up being a giant flop in the Pokemon game community, and I promise you it will. I have no understanding or want if they remove everything I like, because it's got to the point, like what I'm doing right now. If this game didn't have breeding, and this game didn't have any of the end game things like Poke Radar, all that, this game would not be streamed anymore at all by anybody. Because once you beat the game, it's no more. What are you going to do? Just beat the game initially for the first time? And then the next time you want to stream it, you just Nuzlocke it. And the next time you want to stream it after that, you shiny Nuzlocke. And then you throw even more contingencies in there to make the game even harder because the game is empty. It's irrelevant to me. You shouldn't have to make up your own guidelines. Like, Nuzlocking is made up by fans. You shouldn't have to Nuzlocke a game just to stream it. I can understand doing it because I've done it, but I'm just saying that it's after you've already beat the game initially, got a feel for it, you know what you're looking for, you know what you're getting yourself into. But I just couldn't see you. For one, you can't even Nuzlocke. I promise you can't Nuzlocke Arceus. And the only reason I say you can't Nuzlocke Arceus is because if you tried, I could see it being very, very impossible. Yeah, you'd have to variant the rules just to the game, because they had to variant the hell out of the rules for Sword and Shield. I don't believe they're going to lose a lot of money. That's my thing. What they're doing is they're selling the idea of this game being phenomenal. Okay? They're selling the idea of open world, blah, 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 blah. Believe my lies. Give me your money, 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 money. Is exactly what they're doing. And all it's going to take is streamers and game content makers to basically say, okay, the new game dropped, I've got it, and they start playing it, and they don't like it. And they're like, I'm going to play it because I'm a content creator, but this is completely backwards from what I usually do. You know? So it's going to slowly turn stale. Slower and slower it's going to turn stale. Because if this game has literally got no end game to it, where you can just do whatever you want, because what I'm doing right now, I'm hatching eggs. That doesn't exist in that game. So, which means, basically, you play the story. You play the story. You play the story. You play the story. I mean, I hope I didn't miss anything. I mean, that's it. Okay, so you can... Oh, wait. Oh, I forgot. My bad. No, not only can you play the story, but you could fill your Pokedex, which you usually only do for a shiny charm, that you can't use to hatch eggs. In this game, the shiny charm only affects Masuda method eggs, and they took it away for breeding in the next game. What? So more than likely, people won't even complete the decks because there's no point in it anymore. Like, what is the point of completing a dex when you get no reward? What reward are you going to give them? A shiny Pokemon? Oh, you completed all of the decks. Here's a shiny blah blah blah. Ooh, cool. That's awesome. It's brilliant. I'm so happy. And then you have nothing else to work forward to, and you're like, wow, I did all of that just for one shiny Pokemon? And the other games, I literally did this to acquire multiple shinies. Because that's my thing, is like, most people, what they do is they hunt for the decks, complete the decks, get the shiny charm, and then they start breeding or chaining catches. For encounters. They start doing encounters. There's a lot of people that don't breed and they just do encounters, and even back in the day, the shiny charm affected encounters too, so it would make it easier. This game, when it was remade, they made it to where the shiny charm only affects the Masuda method. And it doesn't affect it a lot, because it goes from 618 to 512. So it makes your odds 106 better. 1 in 106 better. So it's completely sad. So let me get this straight. You're slowly weaning all of this stuff out of the games. You're going to realize real quick you're going to destroy the Pokemon franchise, and people are going to walk away from it. Which is insane because Pokemon has been on top. Nintendo's biggest payable franchise between Mario, Donkey Kong, and Pokemon. You mess up one of those, you lose millions and millions of dollars. Because like I said, I don't think they're going to lose a lot of money because a lot of people pre-ordered it already, like me. But what's going to end up happening is they're going to tell their friends not to buy it. And they're going to make all their money off pre-orders, and they ain't going to make no more money. They're going to have to do some extreme updates to that game to make anybody happy with it.
Happened. That's what they did with this.
What they're going to do is, for Arceus too, what their pre-order bonus is, you get a specific gi. You get a Garchomp gi. Cool, I can dress myself all pretty and stuff with a Garchomp gi for pre-ordering the game. What happened to the real incentives? Like, they haven't legitimately gave real pre-order incentives since Shield and Sword. Shield and Sword, I got like this flag banner looking thing that I gave one of my kids to hang in their room. I got a stuffed animal. I got a little figure. I got a couple cards. I got all sorts of stuff for pre-ordering the double pack on those. But I pre-ordered Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. Oh, here's some Pokeballs. And here, have 100 Pokeballs and then have 2 of every other kind of Pokeballs that you have. Here you go. I pre-ordered my game back in August. But that's literally what Amazon was offering. I looked it up all over online. There was only one halfway decent pre-order that you could acquire. There was one pre-order that you could halfway decently acquire something that was worth something other than just a gi, and it literally, I mess with you not, you had to buy it straight from PokemonCenter.com. It's .net or .com, I can't remember. It's Pokemon Center or whatever. If you pre-ordered the game with them, you would get a 6-inch tall plushy Arceus. But problem is, they're not guaranteeing you're getting it the day it releases. You could wait a week or two before you get it, and then you can get it. To me, personally, I was like, okay, so I don't really need the stuffed Arceus. I just don't care for stuffed things. I don't want a stuffed animal. I'm 30 years old with a beard, and stuffed animals don't usually pique my interest. I'm just not interested. So the best bonus they're giving away for that game is literally a stuffed Arceus. Really? Are you serious? You mean like the stuffed Arceuses you've been making for the last 5-6 years? I ordered mine on Amazon as well, but the only thing that I got with it is just the gi. Like I said, it's just a gi. Just a Garchomp gi. It's that special. That's it. Like, I ordered a game that I didn't know anything about, which usually I'm good with, because I pre-ordered this game, and this game is amazing. I have no problems with this game at all. Because it's Pokemon, but now that I'm realizing the other one is, I mean, I wonder if it's not too late for me to cancel it. I know I told everybody I was going to have it and I was going to stream gameplay, but I'm starting to get to the point where I don't think I want to play it. That's why I try to tell people, do not watch my streams on YouTube. Because if you don't stream specifically straight through YouTube, your stream lags. It's like a 10 to 15 second delay. That's why when you go to comment on people's stuff on YouTube, I've noticed it trying to talk to other streamers, that you will literally be waiting for a good 5-6 seconds before they respond to you, and that's because that's when they see it. Because YouTube has got a giant delay because of how many people stream through them. It is completely insane. I just don't understand it at all. I don't know where you ordered yours through, Gustavo, but if you didn't get anything, I want to cry for you, dude. Target? I would never, ever. Like, if I'm pre-ordering, I'm either pre-ordering through Amazon or I'm going to GameStop. But I contacted GameStop before I pre-ordered my copy and asked them if they're giving away any bonuses at all. And they told me no, so I chose to just have it shipped to the house. It's honestly sad. Yeah, I ordered mine back in August. It was a while ago. I ordered it back when I ordered this one. Because you could pre-order both of them basically back to back. So I did. I had no problem doing it because I thought this newer game would be great. But as it's getting closer, I'm getting more and more sad. I got rewards with it. It's just a gi. It's just a digital gi for your character to wear. I'm sure there's no relevance other than cosmetics. And that's it. Like, I'm definitely convinced that's all it is. Is anybody in here actually wanting one of these Sceptiles that has not received one yet? So I just noticed I have quite a few people in here, and I have gotten no messages about Sceptile. Taking the silence in the chat means no. Laced, I actually have something for you. Yes, I still have your Stantler. He's one of the 8 in there, but I figured you'd probably want a better one. So I've probably got better ones than that initial one. Because I've only been keeping the ones that have special ability and are at least 5 IV'd. Which is way better than the one you actually traded me. No, because I'm actually giving away, like I said, last week, I was giving away a extra shiny to people that actually subscribe to me on Twitch. Yaw. That's brilliant. So I've been breeding this whole time trying to get it, and you already did. Well, FML, dude. FML. But does your shiny Stantler actually have its hidden ability, though? Because that's what I'm hoping that pops, is the hidden ability with the Stantler, too. I mean, that just goes to show when it comes to, like, shiny hunting in the wild that the shinies are usually just complete garbage. And what makes me even more sad about this new game that's dropping, like I said, they made it to where you can boost your stats. That should not be a thing. You should not be able to feed your IVs. So that means you can get a really crappy Pokemon, look at it, and be like, you know what? I want it to be a really good one since I already got 80 levels into it, and just feed it its stat points. No. No. Gustavo, would you make up your mind if you're going to be on Facebook or you're going to be on Twitch or you're going to be on YouTube? Like, what are you doing, dude?
Outside, inside,
What
out.
are you doing, man?
You don't know.
You're insane. I still want to come to New York for that Comic-Con that's coming up. As long as they don't cancel it. The pandemic that's never going to end. It's going to be all the time, forever now. Like, this pandemic's probably going to last 10 years. Oh, I'm not getting political on my stream. I don't know what people's beliefs are in politics. I don't really have any views other than there's crappy people and there's good people. And most politicians are crappy. I don't know how I have so many viewers in here and like nobody wants one of these. Why would you want to look at me twice? I don't want to look at myself once.
It says that the phone is locked and I have no idea how to unlock it.
What phone is... I'm not surprised in the slightest, dude. And yes, politics are completely messed up everywhere in the United States, on the planet in general, to be honest. Because everybody's greedy.